But let's get into the episode. And Riv, I really want to start off with your top 10 draft prospects. And the reason why is because last night, Darius A. Cuff Jr. goes off for 49 points. He's your number one point guard. I gave you time before the show to make the list.
You're funny as hell for that.
So I'm assuming that you got the list ready, locked and loaded to go.
For sure.
But River's going to give his top 10 prospects for this upcoming NBA draft. March Madness is approaching very quickly.
Yeah.
Can I get an NBA comp for each of them? Or is it asking too much?
I don't. First of all, that's actually an insane amount.
Or just a
Riv
vibe?
just has
Just
the
a vibe.
list.
No, but you know what's funny about that? I've actually never done comps a day in my life.
Really?
Like I don't like doing comps.
It's an
Like,
insane ask on the spot.
that's OD. Like OD. After you knowing what happened prior and then asking me that, fucking nuts. Fucking nuts.
I mean, I feel like sometimes there's some stuff that just easy top of the head, like boom, okay, the comp's there.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you had them.
Hold on.
Because
Well, I don't fucking know. That's what you're the draft guy.
Riv, what Dels wants is
Holy
he wants to
shit.
picture the player.
Exactly.
That's
what he wants
Because
to do.
you know, I'm not watching. I went to the Seton Hall game yesterday. Actually,
was
we
like,
lost to DePaul.
Wow.
Dude, they fell off so much. They fell so much.
Hate to see it.
They started off hot this year, no?
Very
Yeah,
hot.
very hot.
Very hot.
Yeah, so shout out to Polymarket, the sponsor of Pick a Side Podcast.
Skip Poly.
Now, on Polymarket, they already have a market up right now. 2026 NBA draft first overall pick. Who's it going to be? The leader to get drafted first overall is none other than Darren Peterson, who has a lot of controversy around him because he is subbing out of games. I know last night he subbed out like 2 minutes into the second
Pulled
half.
an AR.
And he
Said it was
hit
a
a
hamstring.
bucket. He hit a bucket. He said, listen, I'm out. And listen, you know, what can you do? But he has a lot of controversy because of that. Number 2 is AJ DeBansa. And number 3 is Cam Boozer. So we're going to have that in mind. And River's going to give his top 10 prospects. And you can start from number 10.
What percent is Darren at? Because I remember early after the game with Kansas BYU, it was at like 77%.
He's at 80%, I believe.
To go one?
80% according to Public and Polymarket.
No.
But here's the thing. With Polymarket, it is not
It's like fans,
it is
right?
not betting against the house. So it's not like the people set the odds. The people that
I
work for
understand.
Polymarket.
80% of the people that have placed believe.
The majority of regular everyday people that are just walking every day
like
watching
that.
college basketball, they have themselves said we think it's Darren Peterson.
Yeah, I like that. It means that we control it. Like,
Easily.
And I think that's dope. To answer your question, I think he loves basketball. I think he's just having cramping issues. I don't know. It's weird. I can't really explain it. He goes out there. He for the most part puts on a show in the first half. Then second half, he like for me personally, I don't care. Like if I'm an NBA GM, if I'm like hypothetically speaking the Sacramento Kings, and I need a franchise changing guard, I'm taking DP. Like I don't care about all these issues in college. I feel like his goal is to get to the NBA. He's saving himself for the NBA. I think that's dope. All these big heads and these overthinkers want to he doesn't like basketball. No, he's going to be an issue in the NBA. I mean, sure, but are you not going to take the gamble on him? I don't think he's going to fall lower than 3. I really don't think he's going to fall lower than 2. He's going to go 1 or 2 in my opinion. But from 10 to 1, I think number 10, I'm still going to have Jaden Q from Kentucky. Very sporadic. Here, I got you. You wanted a comp
I
guy.
need this bad.
Can't give you a real comp, but I can tell you 6'10", long arms, defensive guy, elite defender. Didn't play last year. Tore his ACL, if I'm not mistaken. Was at Arizona State. Played at Kentucky. Plays here and there, dealing with some injuries. Big man, though. Kind of a 5 that can really change your franchise in terms of a defensive standpoint, but can he stay healthy? That's the most important part.
Rebounds well?
Rebounds really good. I think he has all the tools to be a really great defender. I think the touch can be there. I think he could be a really good lob threat. He's a good athlete. It's just the injury concerns. I think that's the problem with him. Is he going to stay healthy?
Claxton?
God.
I'm just trying to. You're describing a player, and I'm just trying to think of an NBA player.
Claxton, I think better.
Okay.
Can he shoot?
No.
Okay.
No. Just think of really elite defenders. So maybe like longer Isaiah Stewart.
Klingon or no way?
Klingon's bigger.
Klingon can knock down too.
Yeah, Klingon's a lot bigger. But that's 10 for me. Number 9, Nate Ament from Tennessee.
He put on the show last night.
He's been like his last 15 games, I want to say. He's shooting like 43% from the mid range, and then like 42% on pull ups. He's starting to use his positional values, about positional size, I should say. 6'9", 6'10", long arms, smooth, silky smooth, I'd say. Has a nice little smooth jumper.
Okay.
He started off really weak, I want to say. He was awful to start the year. Was a top 5 pick coming in, kind of fell out the top 30. Then started putting on the show in the last 15 games, really good in conference play. He would be my number 9.
That's like, to put a comp to him, that's like Jabari Smith Jr. He plays a lot like him with his size.
In a way, yes.
He doesn't have the most fluid handle, but he has size and he has a nice shooting touch to where he can rise up over defenders.
He's probably a bit longer than Jabari Smith Jr., if I'm not mistaken.
They both are very long players. They have size. They have good wingspans. Neither man has played really well. I was watching him last night, and the shot I think could translate.
What'd you think?
I thought he played really awesome. I didn't know if I was really enamored with the self-creation abilities, but I think kind of like setting him off screens and him spotting up and him having mismatches in the post and rising up over defenders, that's kind of his game. So like it's very much a lot like Jabari Smith in college. And Jabari Smith Jr. was a top 3 pick. So
he was.
Nate meant he's a good prospect.
Hey, Jabari had the weirdest shot diet in the league. He was shooting like a higher percentage on like contested jump shots. And you knew it wouldn't translate, but it was so good in college. You had to just take a chance.
I was going to say, he was the only one out of the top 3 that could jump shoot at a high level.
At a super high level. Yeah. Number 8 is Keaton Wagler from Illinois. Sniper. 6'6", 6'5", long arms, not the fastest, not the best athlete, but I think he has a bit of a pace to him that I like. And I think he's probably going to play point guard when he gets to the league. Can shoot the ball. Self-creation is still a little walky, but I think you see a 6'6" guard that can shoot that well, that can play point guard. I think you take the gamble. Like, he's kind of been the head ship for Illinois throughout the year. But that would be on numbers 8. Number 7. You might not like this one. You like this guy, though. He's a fan of the show. Shout out to him. Mikael Brown Jr. I think this is it's for me, it's a 3-man race at the point guard spot. I love Fallon from Alabama. I love Christian Anderson from Texas Tech. But I think Brown, Flemings, Akuf Jr., I think those are the 3 guys that could be point guard 1 in this class. Mikael Brown Jr., if he continues the upward shooting, I think that's going to be something that I'm going to look forward to. And then the athleticism, I think, is going to stick. He's 6'5", has long arms. I think he's a really good player. Plus, his processing, I think, is underrated. People look at his game and sometimes he was hurt for a long time, but then since he's come back, I think he's really showed that he's going to be a really good point guard. He's super talented, but in front of him, I have Flemings. That's where I have Flemings. I think he's one of the best at just, if he sees a double team, he's able to dissect it. If he sees, help defense, he's able to dissect. In terms of just like, you put, like, if it's a test out there, he can solve it. He can solve any equation out there on the court. He's that good of a high IQ level player as a point guard. And he didn't play in no big major AAU circuits in high school. He wasn't this highly touted player. He went to Houston. He had to work for it. And his work ethic has been insane. He's been leading this Houston team, which is one of the best teams in the country. I think he can translate. He's not the biggest guard, but you can tell the athletic frame. You can tell he's strong. He can get to the cup. And the jump shot, I like it. My point guard 1, though, at number 5 is Darius. And I had him point guard 1 before last night. But last night was special, man. I mean, like, just watching that shit. This dude can get into the paint at will, 2 feet in the paint, and you can't speed him up. Like, his process and his ability to just control the game and control his own pace. I love his pick and roll game. He's not the fastest athlete, but he's strong, physical, knows how to use his body, knows how to get into the lane, can use both hands, and he's so creative in that area. I know the talking point about him has been his defense. Realistically, how many guard defenders do we have?
What's the size?
He's about 6'3", but
okay.
he's stocked. Like, he's a physically.
So they're saying he should be able to guard, and he isn't or doesn't?
They're just saying he's one of the worst defenders they've ever seen.
Okay.
I don't disagree. He's not good, but how many good defenders do we have at the point guard spot? You know what I'm saying? Point guards tend to not play defense.
I think the thing about this draft class when it comes to the point guards is they're very developed with their shooting already and their jump shots. Mikael Brown Jr. has been shooting lights out recently. Darius, who he had 49 last night, he went 6 for 10 from 3, and on the season he's shooting 45% from 3 on about 5 to 6 attempts a night. So he is letting it fly and he's shooting it lights out. So I think that I feel like these point guards more than in previous years where when you're trying to project them to the next level, you often ask yourself, well, can they ever develop a jump shot and be a threat from outside? And most of these point guards have developed that shot, at least Mikael Brown Jr. and Darius. Yep. They are really amazing shooters. And Darius can get to the basket, can shoot from the outside. He is an offensive engine. The defense is a concern, but he does have like the width and the muscle to defend. Mm-hmm. But I mean, last night, he just didn't have nobody out there. I think 3 or 4 of his teammates in the starting 5 fouled out.
Yeah.
So there was nobody out there. The game went into double overtime, and they just had a bunch of defensive mishaps that might have not even been his fault. They left the corner man wide open for a 3, and that essentially iced the game. But he was amazing. Like, I think that in another draft class that doesn't have such a stacked top 3, we'd be talking about these guards going in the top 5.
You know what's crazy? Like, he had such a great game last night that it went under the rug that Fallon had he had a great game.
He had
himself.
35. You could argue he had the scoring and the winning impact.
He was super impressive. And this is a guy who first half Darius was giving it to him. Darius had like 29 and 5 in the first half or something like that. Then Fallon came out in the second half. He started getting into it. Now they're going back and forth. And you could just see the level of intensity. All these guards, Fallon is 6'4". Christian Anderson's about 6'3", 6'4". Like, these guards are not these small guards. They're still either they're tall, lanky, or they're physically built. All 5, like, I could see 5 or 6 guards going in the top 20. Like, that's how good these guards have been. And then my number 4 is Caleb Wilson. Here's the thing with Caleb.
He's getting top 3 hype.
He's getting top 2 hype. And I think that's fucking nuts. And the reason why I think that's nuts is because if you've watched him play all year, I just don't know how you look at him, you look at DP, you look at AJ, from a self-creation, half-court scoring perspective, see them two on the same level as Caleb Wilson. Outside of the Duke game, and of course a couple other games, for the most part, he's not a guy that's going to self-create a lot. He's not. Like, he has a nice mid-range. I forgot who, but somebody comped him to Pascal Siakam, and it felt like a really good comp that kind of transcended the way he can do. 6'9", can play the 3, can play the 4, athletic, can rim run, can play defense. Not the greatest handle, but a good mid-range. I think Caleb Wilson is going to be awesome. I just think the top 3 guys are like just a tier above in my perspective. I think it's them 3, and then the next tier is like Caleb Wilson, Flemings, Akuf, or Cuff, however you want to put it.
So who's your top 3?
Well, 3 is DP. I have Darren Peterson 3.
And right now he is favored to be the first overall pick.
I think a board and who you think is going to go first is 2 different things. Because I think the top 3 is going to be very dependent. Like, we just saw the Washington Wizards trade for AD, so now they have AD and Sar. So if they get the 1 pick, I don't see Boozer going there. I think they're comfortable taking DP or AJ. We see Indiana. They have Siakam. They just traded for Zubac. So I think they're comfortable taking DP or AJ. So, like, who do I think is going to go? Who I think are the best? 2 different things. But who I think it should be is 3 DP, Boozer 2. I think AJ is the best player in this class. I think he has the highest ceiling in this class. I think 6'9", you just can't teach the smoothness he has, his ability to just get to the rim, his first step, the mid-range, the fluidity with it. I just don't think you could teach that.
The Bansa I can't get the 3-inch taller RJ Barrett comp out of my mind. I just think he moves
can
a lot
actually
like,
shoot the basketball, though.
Yeah, he moves a lot like RJ Barrett, though, he did in college and stuff, which isn't a bad thing. I thought RJ Barrett was going to be a star in the NBA. So
Star J.
But I think AJ DeBansa, the thing with him is I just think he could take tough shots sometimes. And it's not the creation in half court's not as easy for him. And he is very athletic, but I think it's mostly due to like his loose handle and him settling. Cam Boozer is the one that the advanced analytics are in love with.
He's a dog.
He is the one that you can argue has been the best college performer of the 3. Darren Peterson has an asterisk next to him because he isn't playing at the same volume of minutes that these other guys are playing. Darren Peterson, I think his one knock is just the playmaking ability. He will just score, and he's really not going to do much of nothing else.
Kyrie Irving?
Defend.
Nah, he's like
Kawhi as a scorer, dude.
Nah, he's like athletic Bradley Beal. No troll.
Athletic Bradley Beal.
I mean, that's pretty great.
Yeah. I think Boozer is easily going to win Player of the Year.
Yeah, Boozer's really good, and all the advanced analytics love him. I can't get my mind off of a power forward from Duke, Marvin Bagley, all of a sudden.
I'm screaming.
I don't think that he is Marvin Bagley, but
People threw two mean comps your way.
All these guys are going to suck.
It's just Duke power forwards, man. They scare me. Jason Tatum is really the only one as of recent has panned out.
And I think with AJ, like,
Does Cooper Flag count?
Oh yeah, he does count. Yeah.
AJ, nobody gets guarded like AJ in college, from what I see. Like, nobody's seen two on the ball like him. Nobody's getting trapped like him. Like, let me not say like him. Like, I do see Boozer get trapped a few times.
And he's also going to BYU where the talent's not. The level
it's like AJ gets guarded already. Like, I think this is going to benefit him. Like, he's getting guarded like he's in the NBA. He's the lone guy out there where he's seeing two on the ball. He's getting double teamed. I do agree. I think you watch him sometimes, you're like, dude, like, why are you taking this shot? Like, dude, speed up the pace. Like, dude, you know, you're slowing down your process too long. Like, sometimes his process is a little bit worrisome. But all these three guys, man, special group. I'm talking like, what's the last great class we had? Maybe 2018? What was that with Luka in them? That was a pretty special class.
Shea wasn't getting hype, but
well, now like hindsight, that's a special class.
Brunson.
I'm thinking like this could be like that type of class where it's deep. It's gonna have a lot of talent. You know, you may not have a ton of all NBA first teamers, but you're gonna have a ton of all stars, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Cam Boozer a lot because I just think that he's kind of being underrated because his game isn't the most flashiest. But he shoots from the outside well. He rebounds. He's a rim runner. He's a solid passer. He could play defense. There's just a lot of things with him that the boxes are checked off with him that there's no major weakness in his game. I think people knock him maybe for the lack of like athleticism, but I just think that Cameron Boozer is like a plus version of what Carlos was. And Carlos was a really good NBA player, but this is an even better version of him that can actually shoot on the outside and actually have some self-creation ability.
I think his only problem is going to be what position he's going to play on defense in NBA.
Yeah.
Because he's not a center?
He can't protect the rim. I don't think he has athletic tools to protect the rim, and he struggles to switch out at times if you have a speedy guy.
How tall is he? 6'10"?
About 6'10", yeah.
Yeah.
More to the floor, though.
He doesn't have a great vert?
Nah, not really.